gates. They're away and racing. Doing It for Dan was slow out 2 lengths, and Trapandi is second to last for the time being. Budapest came out alert with his ears pricked in front by a half a length. Royal Armour's right there in the leading vicinity. Nicholas, in other words, Palladium's racing 3 around. Royal Life is mid-division. Trapandi, Doing It for Dan. Last Tiger's the trailer, but there's only 5 lengths in it. Budapest is the leader, has it by 1.25 lengths as they race past the 1,000 area. Royal Armour parks in second. Palladium, red sleeves and cap, gets up third. In other words, in the blue is racing away in fourth, Nicholas. Trapandi's 3 around them, 5 lengths to hunt down, Doing It for Dan. Royal Life and Last Tiger. They're racing in tight quarters. Commencing the turn for home, 5:50 to go. Budapest had the run of the race. Palladium moves up on the stand side. Royal Armour's between them. In other words, Doing It for Dan. Budapest gives a beautiful kick coming to the 300. Budapest in front by 2. Royal Armour's second. Nicholas and Palladium to the stand side. Budapest by 1.5 lengths. Nicholas is looking to run on late. Budapest still by 1.5 lengths from Nicholas, and Budapest goes stand in the queue. Nicholas second. Doing It for Dan got up third, and Royal Armour fourth. Number 1, Budapest, after running against top company in his recent efforts, just over 3 lengths behind Marineresco last time out. Back to this type of company, Warren Kennedy gives him a pullover ride. Budapest out in front, and that's where he stays. Well done to Gareth van Zyl, Brian Bernard. Witzenberg stud bred him. He's a 5-time winner, Budapest. He travelled smoothly throughout, and he's not for the catching. Nicholas second, Doing It for Dan rallies third. Royal Armour, in other words, Palladium moved up at the top of the lane. Trapandi will come on. Last Tiger, Royal Life. Budapest travelled smoothly inside the 300, in front by 2, never looked like being caught. Nicholas is trying to run on. Royal Armour, the rest of them all staying on with Doing It for Dan. Number 1, Budapest, the son of Lithuanian. Victory number 5. Budapest to the winner's box, back to the studio.
Well, the top weight is obliged here. Number 1, Budapest, and yeah, you know, Dean Kaname just mentioning to me his half brother is also in the race. Last Tiger, he's related to. They're out of the same dam. Last Tiger, obviously by Eye of the Tiger, and this horse by Lithuanian. But Garrett has done an outstanding job. Let's have a chat to the trainer. Garrett, a superb job with this horse. We've mentioned you know, the issues he's had at the start on so many occasions, but all things seem to be on track these days.
Yeah, it is a big team effort, you know, and to all those involved, thank you very much. Jessica, obviously Warren, Alec Forbes has done a lot of work on this horse, and you know, he was supposed to ride him and didn't work out for him, but big team effort.
Today, he had top weight. There was some quality in the race, especially they form on the surface, but he's gone start to finish.
It worked out really well for him. Warren had a great race, and I'd actually prepared him in a bit ambitiously to try and run in the Gold Challenge if we could get a run, but of course he wouldn't have been in his place in that field if it was a really tough field. You know, considering the two, he had to be a good thing to out, especially considering his run in the Drill Hall, and that was a really good run. He was drawn in the sticks, didn't have the run of the race, and still finished on top of them. So yeah, thank you. A big thank you, obviously, to Uncle Brian. He's in a rich vein of form at the moment, and at this time of the year, we appreciate every win. It's not easy. Victor, he's doing a great job with me, working together, placing the horse as well. And I must special thanks to Dean. Last Friday, this horse was lame. Thankfully, it was the foot. He missed 2 days of work. Dean was on top of it. He came Sunday morning to put the shoe back back on, and you know, without, I came to take it off late on Thursday as well, actually, and without that kind of a help, you know, we don't get here.
Well, there's lots happening behind the scenes, and most of us don't know, but plan come together. Well done, you, Gareth.
Cheers, thank you, Dees.
Well done. Gareth Van Zyl. Let's get Warren Kennedy in, and Warren, whilst there was lots of form to go in the race, I think it'll be a fair comment to say that he is just above them in this type of field, even though he was carrying the weight. He's earned that rating.
Yeah, look, he's earned his rating. Dees, for me, he was the obvious best horse in the race. He loves the trip, he loves the track. So everything was really in my favour. I had a great draw. Like we've been planning to drop him in and running on his last couple of rides, but the way the track's been running, horses up there have been staying on, and I was top weight. I wasn't going to give away starts and give away weight, so I bounced him and I had him up there. I would have liked one to have led me, but nothing really came to challenge. I was able to dictate and do my own thing. And another turn of foot he's got. When I let him down 700 to go, he really quickened smartly, and when I squeezed him at 300 to go again, he quickened well again, so a very good win.
It's always nervous with a horse like this behind the pens, because we know he had his issues, we know he's been reschooled, he's been taken care of, but these days he seems to be more of a professional.
Dees Touchwood, yeah, he's matured very nicely. Gary's done a sterling job with him, and you know, he walks into the gates now, he stands, so it looks like we're winning with him, but he's one of the precocious horses. On the day, you never know what you're going to get, and today his mannerism in the parade, you could see he was nice and relaxed. He canted down beautifully. He stood behind the start, nice and quiet. So I knew we weren't going to have too much problem with him, and he loaded very nicely. And very nice to have Uncle Brian on course with Auntie Yolanda. Very happy to ride a winner for them, and to Gareth again. Very well done.
2 more races left, Warren. Anything you like?
He's only got one in the last Tawa Nui for Des Edges. Yeah, I've been doing all right for him lately, and
sure.
He's got a chance, that horse. But look, the way I look at it, Frank's horse that ran second to the horse I won on Black Ball. If Black Ball was in the race, he'd be 1 to 10. So it makes Frank's horse, I think, quite a good thing there.
Well done. The hits keep coming. Well played, your Warren.
Thanks, Dees. Thank you.
Well done, Warren Kennedy. Let's get Brian Bernard in. He got his award earlier on with a bottle of champers as well. Owner of the month for the month of May. He's got the young Lighty, the grandson on course. I see Yolanda's here as well. Brian, a special horse.
Yes, Dees. Really, this is a special horse. If he gets things right, he gets things right. He's an excellent horse. It looks like he's settled now, and especially in the starting stalls, that's always a worry. But he went in beautiful today, and the plan was actually to come off of them, but we know he can win from the front as well. So I wasn't worried at all when he went to the front. It was a very good win.
You are a very realistic man when it comes to your horses, but today you were supremely confident when I had a chat to you as well.
Yes, Dees. I always thought he'd be the horse to beat, especially with the way he's been working at home of late. I didn't think they'd catch him today.
You got the young kid, and you know, what's his name, Brian?
His name is Fernando. It's my mascot.
Okay, well, I'm going to send him a message so when he gets to know what's all this about. Fernando, it was your first interview with Grandad Brian on air. So this was your first introduction to racing, and hopefully by the time you hear this, you're a big fan of the sport, and it runs in the family.
Thanks a lot, Dees. And also, before I go, a great work by the whole team again. I don't have to mention them all. They know who they are. Well done to them.
Well done, Brian.
Thanks, Dees.
Lovely. Brian Bernard, proud owner of number 1, Budapest. 1, 9, 2 and 6. That's the way they cross the line. Race number 6.